Okay, so here it is to send a mail or a push the mail SMTP protocol. To pull the mail IMAP version 4 or a POP3 we are using or okay, we don't use both the things at a time. Okay, see, but there is a difference between POP3 and IMAP is there. Here is a scenario like earlier I said one scenario, right? Your mailbox size is like 100 MB. Your mailbox size is 100 MB. So a lot of mails you are receiving. So you're receiving and sending a lot of mails. Mail communication is the main important for your organization. So what you will do, so these mailbox is covered by 1 or 2 days or maybe in 1 week. So you need a lot of mailbox size, but actually you have to delete the old mails, then only you can receive the new mail if it is full. Then better to store mails in your local. In local, we can have a lot of space. For example, if I go to my local, so this PC, um, see my C drive having a 42 GB free space is there. So I have to delete so many things. Total space is 200 more than 200 GB, but leftover is very less. But if I delete a lot of things from my C drive, then it will be free, right? So applications, games, and all there. So maximum space you will get it. Okay, maximum space you will get it. So in this scenario means your mailbox size is very less and you want to store in your local, then what protocol we are using here is a POP3 protocol. We should use it, and it is not only your choice. Okay, so it depends upon mail server configuration. So mail server for client side mails like for receiving by clients, like okay, so that protocols only they are available POP3 means you'll get a POP3 configuration compulsory. If they enable IMAP only means you will get IMAP only. If they enable both the things, you will get a choice like either POP3 or IMAP kind of stuff. Okay, so when we use a POP3 protocol, so it is when your mailbox is very less and then you want to store the mails into local only, then automatically we use a POP3. What will happen here, whenever you receive a new mail into your mailbox, and the mail, whenever you download this mail, whenever you receive the mail into your local machine, whenever it is received, it stores here only. But whenever you pull the mail directly to your mailbox, it will mail will go to your local machine and it automatically deleted from your mail server. And in there is a another configuration. Purely it is like if you do practically means it is compulsory happening like that. We can't say like that. So it depends upon mail server configuration and client configuration. So you can configure like whenever I download a mail, delete from the server. You can configure like that. So that's one configuration. Another one is whenever I download the mail after 4 days, delete from the server. It means next 4 days still it will be available in mail server only. Like that depends upon the mail server configuration and mail client configuration. So this will be there. Okay, so this is POP3. Okay, what is a POP3? Is a POP3 we can easily say cut and paste type. Okay, POP3 is like a moving the mail. In POP3 we can say like we are move. How, what is move? What is move? Like a cut and paste type. Okay, so cut and paste type. So it cut from the server, paste into the client. Okay, so also we use one more time like a download. Okay, we download. Once you download, it become a cut and paste type. Okay, and also it is not immediately cut. So maybe immediately or maybe later also it will be clear from the mail server. So that is the advantages of POP3 in this scenario. Next scenarios are like a IMAP. When we use IMAP thing, so mailbox concern is not important. For example, your Gmail is providing almost 15 GB free space, right? So here it is showing like a okay 15 GB free space you are getting. I use already 46% in my email account, right? So you have a lot of space in your mail server, and mostly they are going with IMAP or a POP3, both the things, or IMAP only, or IMAP only. So if you want to store your mail, if you want to store your mail in both mail server, you want to store the mail in both mail server and as well as your local also, as well as your local also. Okay, so then we can use it, IMAP. We can use IMAP. Okay, so IMAP is like a copy type. Okay, copy and paste type only. Okay, it means it will have both the copies. Means in a server you have a mail and your client also having a mail. So whenever you open the mail, and automatically mail data also stores here. And some people tell like it is only send a link to you. It actually you are not downloading the mails to your mail client. So it is sending a only link, like a HTML link they are sending. So when you open the mail, then only you can able to view the mail. Okay, and it won't delete it from the mail server. Of course, it is true, because I check with both IMAP configuration, POP3 configuration. POP3 configuration, the size of the local storage is very big one compared to IMAP version 4, because it send a basic data only, not a complete data. I think, okay, Niranjan, still it is not showing yellow record. Okay, so everyone is there except one. Okay, guys. So this is the things. Okay. Now we'll go with the protocol addresses. First of all, SMTP is, what is the port number? Anybody? Port number is 25. Okay, IMAP version 4. Port number is POP3. Port number, yes, IMAP version 4. 111. Yes, very good. Good. 143. And POP3 port number 110. Okay, but it depends upon the server. It depends upon the server on which port it is sending. And something like over SSL or TLS also there. SSL is a secure socket layer. Okay, TLS. What is TLS? Okay, transport layer security. Okay, is an improved version of SSL. Okay, SSL is a secure socket layer. Okay, SSL is a secure socket layer. TLS is a transport layer security. Okay, so here in a Gmail usually use over SSL and TLS protocols only. Okay, so here it is use 993, and here it is using a 995. Okay, on IMAP and version 4. And not only this one, so some are using a different depends upon server configuration. The port numbers varies. So remember, guys, port number varies depends upon server configuration. Here two ports are there, over SSL and over TLS. So I'm going to show you that one. Right? So if you are using a POP, okay, then your POP3 port number is 995 POP. Okay, and SMTP, so SSL and TLS, and TLS port number is 587. Okay, TLS, TSL or TLS, right? So yes, I'm writing TLS. Okay, TLS 587. Okay. Next one is, if you are using IMAP, if you are using a IMAP configuration, you should use SSL only. Okay, you should use SSL or TLS. Both we can use it. Okay, so if you configure TLS, it's Good. Okay. Okay, that is better. So 465. Okay, if you want to configure with SSL, then it is 465. Okay, so if you are using a IMAP, you can use TLS and SSL. If you are using POP3, you must use TLS only. So this is for SMTP. SMTP, you should use TLS protocol only. So 587. Okay, but these two are SSL only. These two are SSL only or SSL only. Okay, that is important. Okay, so which one you want to create? Like you want to create POP3. POP3 is port number, SSL port number is 995, and TLS port number is 587. If you are using IMAP, you can use 993, and this is the SMTP. So this is very important in this one. Okay, so your Gmail is using a over SSL and TLS. Okay, so that's why port numbers are changed. Like HTTP port number is 80, but if you take HTTPS, then 443. So different port number over SSL. This is HTTPS means over SSL only. So it will comes with a different port number. Okay. Next one is mail server configuration people. So they will suggest certain port numbers, different port numbers like a 3993, 8993, 9993. Okay, like that, or 1993 or 1995. So they will add some number extra, like HTTP 80. But if you go with our uh, Jenkins, we've seen already 8080 is a port number. 80 is a general HTTP port number, but different port number instead of using that one. So we use different port number for web header, right? So different port number, like they can use it, like 8993, like that. It depends upon the mail server configuration. So whenever you join an organization, so they will send you a mail on how to configure Outlook in your system. That is the most general thing. Okay, so the administrator will send you. Otherwise, if you are not in that part, like you don't know things, so if you are working in an organization, you are not technical guys, so technical team comes to your system and they will configure your mail account kind of stuff. Okay, so that's a thing. Okay. Here in this mail, so there is a few things we have to do it, like here. Okay, but this is my main mail ID. I don't want to do anything in this mail, but I'm going to here. So I'm going to check here from my mail. Okay. It is my laptop, my system is just okay updated. That's why it is showing like this. So don't worry. Close this one. Where is my Google browser? So gone. So that's a bad thing. One second, I will pause the record. Okay, so you have to go to Gmail and go to settings, then go to forward and pop or IMAP, and you want to configure for POP, then enable POP for email, or like that option is there. Okay, then save changes. This is the POP3 incoming mail. Incoming means you are receiving a mail. Okay, pop3.gmail.com. Required SSL yes, and you put a 995 port number. Okay, so I will show you like how to configure it. This is outgoing is for sending a mail. So required SSL, TLS is option is there, then you can use it. Then if you select SSL, use the SSL port number. Okay, if you are using TLS, use the TLS port number. Okay, and make sure that it should be one option is there that should be disabled. Then only we can able to do it. Okay, now it is Google Chrome. So let it download. First of all, we should log into our mail account. Okay. we should log into our mail account and make sure that username, password, and what are the mail things you want to configure, what profile you want to configure. You should know it. Okay. I click on it, right? What is this dialog box? I don't get it. Only one. Yeah, why it is? Outlook is not not simple. It is very simple one, but lot of things to go to manage kind of stuff is important also. Okay, downloads. Let's set up. Let it do. Like meanwhile, I will explain one more part. Here it is, profile. Okay, so directly we can able to install a thing, but we can also go with the profile wise. For example, I have a office mail is there, so I'm going with a Vedic Soft. Vedic Soft official mail is there, my office mail is there. So I don't want to mix with my Gmail into Vedic Soft. I don't want to view both my personal mails and Vedic Soft mails into same window. I don't want to open. I want to create a separate. So I created a Vedic Soft profile separately. Then I created my personal mail. Okay, so personal separately. So Vedic Soft mail, for example, um, Latif at the rate vedicsoft.com. Just for example, I'm telling. Okay, so in the Vedic Soft profile, I created my Vedic Soft. In my personal, it is my wish to put anything, right? So Latif at the rate gmail.com. Sorry, gmail.com. Okay, or maybe uh, ls at the rate gmail.com. So if I have multiple things, I can put it in one single profile, multiple mail accounts you can put it. If you want to separate, you can do it also. Okay, just for example, this is my savantis.com, right? I'm going to close this one. Again, I'm opening my Outlook. Okay, so again, I'm opening my Outlook. So to see why it is happening. Refresh window. Actually, I got a problem with my system also. So once we are completed, then afternoon I have to restart once. See, application open, it is showing a profile name. It's showing both two profiles, Outlook profile and Savantis profile. Outlook profile is a default profile. Savantis, which is the profile I created. Okay. So you can set as a default profile like this, or you can prompt for a profile to be used. Okay, it will prompt it. Okay, I want to be prompted like this. Okay, so it will prompt like if I connected to Savantis, I open Savantis thing. If I open Outlook, then it will open my iPhone related or maybe another profile kind of stuff. If I want to create a new profile, again I can create new profile. Inside a profile, I can create new account. So like I can create my own profiles differently. For example, I'm working in a different organization also, same organization, different like I have a different profile like a CMS profile like Latif at the rate cms.com, for example. It's a different profile. Each profile, okay, having a different mail accounts, I can put it. Or one single profile, I can get a multiple things also. So that is uh, profile in Outlook profiles. So that, yeah, it is done. Okay, so I open my Gmail. First, we will verify the accounts. Okay, Gmail accounts. So, but I didn't remember what accounts I use. I remember few, but not exactly all the accounts. Outlook accounts are this is Outlook PPTs. So we have a 10 minutes to disconnect. Okay, so just giving really hard time. Where is this mail account? I didn't remember my mail account. Yeah. No. This is our students' mail accounts. I'll save in somewhere place, so it's okay, no problem. Okay, this is Outlook PPTs. We don't require now. So, okay, so this is my Google thing. Okay, and here is Microsoft Edge. And minimize this one. So first of all, we should verify our Gmail thing. Okay, so whether if you're already there, if you have a secondary mail kind of stuff for testing purpose, you can use it. What is it? No, I don't want extra things. Why internet is very slow and the virtual machine mainly? Okay, so whenever it is very slow, dead, it has become dead slow. Why I'm using this machine specifically, it contains Outlook. Okay, yeah, that to new Outlook is there. Okay, so sign in. So I click on sign in, right? Oh, yeah, now it won't happen. So afternoon, I will show you configuration. Now only I will show you login. So student dot cms dngr. Okay, this is my mail account. One of the mail account. Lot of only Outlook purpose only. I created a few accounts. Okay, and the password is admin @443. No stay sign in, just sign in. So if it is confirmed, then mail ID, password both will be confirmed. No. Now it is, yeah, because it is open in different places. So it is asking for recovery, and very less time only we create this. Recovery options are good. Okay. Latif.cms.dngr. So this is also another email account. Okay, confirm. So first part is we have to do settings in our account because it's a public Gmail account, so it's not private one. So we have to put the our own settings. Okay, pops account or other kind of stuff. So for example, earlier Gmail account to Outlook is very easy. simply automatically it is working. Now it is automatic, nothing working. It become more secure. So it's HTTPS secure and all. Okay, it become a more secure one. So can you see these are all my mail ID, send mail, okay, mail through POP3. So Red Hat data, CMSD and GR, another mail account. So I have a multiple mail accounts are there. So for students and for working. So like this, okay. Um, if you want, I can give my mail account if you want to do work on it. Okay. So here few settings we have to do. First thing is you go to this. So it is how much? Go to manage your Google account. So first you should go to manage your Google account and make sure that two-step verification should not be there. Okay. So if you are created a new account and maybe you are already old accounts are there. Okay. So then means like you are having already secondary account things. We are doing this one night. So whatever it is, to which mail account you want to create, Outlook. So which account you want to add it to Outlook. Okay, make sure that it should not have a two-step verification. Okay, so I'm going to security. Interfaces are keep on changing, so make sure that like a go to security. So why it is this much of slow? I still didn't understand. Okay, so two-step verification, user phone kind of stuff off, means multi-factor authentication is off. If it is on, off it. Okay. Next one is less secure apps. Through mail, if you are accessing mail using a browser, it is highly secured one. If you are using a browser, it is highly secured one. Means every time you have to log in, and every 15 seconds or 30 seconds, it will check your are you login or not. Okay, if you log in from different locations, so also it will check it. You log in from some different system like that. Okay, so login with your browser is more secure, but when you are login with Outlook or any application, that is less secure application. So Outlook is less secure than browser. Okay, understand? Because if it is mails in your Outlook, anybody can view, right? So that is the one point, right? So like that, less secure apps access should be off. Okay, why it is off? It should be on. Less secure apps access. So keep your account secure. So Google will automatically turn this thing off if it is not being used. Should be turn on. So it should be turn on. Okay, so like this. Make sure that it is on. If it is off, means you cannot configure in a Outlook. You will get a problem. So you make sure that it is should be on condition. Yellow, less secure apps on. Yellow, less secure apps on. So that is important. Okay. Okay, it is on, but it is showing some mark, but it is on. Less secure apps on. So that is first step. Second step is you have to go to maybe I use this is giving really shit. It's a 10 minutes practical, and because of the slow things, I don't know. Guys, we are about to disconnect in 1 minute. What you will do, okay, take a break, come back at 2:30. Okay, so take a break, come back at 2:30. I want to show you this something here, but it is blocking this point. Okay. Okay, now screen. I think so. Recently, it is got updated. Just before it is updated, complete OS. That's why it is showing like that. So, okay. So again, I will restart this machine. So then maybe problem will solve. Okay. One step we done. So afternoon, I will show you other steps to how to create things. Okay. So now you can take a break. Like this one, you can't able to do anything. Okay. So